Well, hello, all you lovely luxury lovers. Welcome to Smiling Cats Couture. Today we have a video that is about the Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami Marc Jacobs. Oh, thank you for the love, Zudu Sabrinas. Sabrina and I are going to talk to you about certain multicolor bags that were named after places and famous people, and a little bit about the timelines and the drops. So Sabrina wants to get down, so she wanted to say hi to you guys. Love you guys. So anyhow, we haven't had her on in a little while, so I just thought she needed to come and say hi to you guys. So I might have to refer to my notes, but the main thing is that Louis Vuitton's creative director in 2002 was Marc Jacobs, and he went and saw one of Takashi Murakami's exhibits and met up with him, and then later decided to ask him to collab. And Takashi Murakami is a Japanese pop artist, and he is actually the one who came up with the 33 colors for the multicolor monogram. So that's really cool to know about that. And obviously behind me I have the Blanc colorway and the Noir, and I have, you know, several more pieces. But anyhow, so in 2003, spring summer, they launched the multicolor and the cherry blossom. And so the runway pieces had some jellyfish eyes, like my I Love You sac retros that are at the top. I'm bummed that they didn't come out with those pieces, because it was really cool with the jellyfish eyes mixed in with the multicolor. And they call that the I Love monogram. But anyhow, the cherry blossom, this is the pink cherry blossom. It comes in 3 colorways. I'm just showing you one of my favorites in the pink. One of my favorite bags, the cherry blossom sac retro. And then in 2004, they came up with the panda, and this is the only handbag I have of the panda, the pochette accessoire, and I have the small leather goods that go with them. And anyhow, that's beside the point. And then in 2005, we have the Cerises, and the cute little faces on there, if you can see that. So in, I believe it was 2007, let me look at my notes, was the yes, the mocha hands, and I have only one little piece of the mocha hands right here. And they had a Neverfull, which I'm still needing to save for. I had to prioritize the re-release pieces this year instead of finishing off my vintage collection, which I'm sad about. But you gotta choose wisely, you know, when you're doing these things. And in 2008, they came out with the monogramouflage, and I'll put a picture up here. And in 2010, they did the Cosmic Blossom, and I have a scarf that's framed way at the top there. I don't know if I can move the camera up. It's hard to see. I will post a picture of a handbag of that, and it was like a PVC kind of handbag. And so the partnership between Takashi Murakami and Louis Vuitton lasted 12 years and ended in 2015. And of course, now in 2025, we have the re-release of the um, Takashi Murakami pieces for an 20th anniversary, which I think should have been in 2003, but it doesn't matter. I'm so happy that they did that, because I started recollecting my vintage Murakami in 2019, but didn't really go full board until 2021. I had an extensive vintage collection of Murakami back when it came out, and I collected them from the boutiques, and some I did have to get pre-loved from people who own them, friends, things like that. I didn't go on eBay or any of those. Back then, Fashion File was on eBay, but I didn't buy anything pre-loved that way. I just bought from a friend who had a better connection in Seattle, from her essay. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I'm not in Portland, Oregon, but that's my store. I'm in Washington State, but close to Portland, right across the bridge. So anyhow, I wanted to talk about some of the names of the handbags, what they were named after. So the Alma was named after a bridge that spanned between two Parisian neighborhoods. And I have the Alma PM. I have an Alma BB in Damier Azur, but I'm mainly trying to talk about the Murakami pieces today. So this is the Alma PM in the Blanc colorway. I do have the Noir, and so that's what this handbag was named after. And then the Priscilla here, this one came out a little bit later, not in 2003, but because I remember seeing this and wanting it so bad in the boutique, but it's such a bowler style, it kept me from collecting it. And so this piece, this style, and I have it in the Noir as well, I got this round because I finally said, I need that. And then the rest I'm going to have to put up some pictures up here. So the Beverly was named after Beverly Hills, California, and it came in two different sizes. And then the Courtney was named after Courtney Love, and that came in many sizes and even a clutch. And then the Eliza was named after Eliza Doolittle, a character in My Fair Lady, played by Audrey Hepburn. And then the Griette, I don't even know how to say that properly. It was the subject of a painting of the artist Vermeer. And it came in multicolor only in the Noir colorway, and they also made it in traditional monogram canvas. The Marilyn was a tribute to Marilyn Monroe, and I'll read a little bit about that. They made a steamer trunk from an edition of 5 dubbed The Marilyn, was designed by Louis Vuitton to showcase 33 Murakami bags, one for each of the colors of the monogram multicolor, in multicolor canvas, alligator, leather, and brass. First presented in 2007 during the Murakami retrospective at the Museum of Contemporary Art in Los Angeles. So those are in that beautiful Blanc multicolored trunk, and each piece represents every one of the 33 colors. And they did make them in also Vachetta. I'm going to put pictures, of course. They came out in Vachetta, and they came out with gold ones as well. And I do see them on the pre-loved market, even the alligator ones. I've been so tempted. The hot pink alligator or the purple, oh my gosh. And the gold, they're just stunning. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you see one of the exotic pieces, I would pick it up. That's a true collector's item. And then we have the did I even say what the Priscilla was named after? I think I did. Yes. Maybe not. So I need to backtrack. So the Priscilla, excuse me, was named after Joan Crawford's character in Across to Singapore. Next we have the Rita, and that was named after the actress Rita Hayworth. And the Theta was named after a silent film actress, Theta Bara. And the Ursula was named after a famous cinema star, Ursula Anders. So those are the ones that I could find, articles about. And I think that's really cool. I saw a list of many handbags named after things. So if you ever want to deep dive on that, it's really fun to look up some of those stories and history about it. And yeah, I am just so fascinated with things like that. And I knew about the Courtney Love and I knew about the Marilyn, but I didn't know about the other pieces. So it's really fun to learn a little bit of history. And that I'm so happy that the Takashi Murakami did another collaboration for 2025 so that all the people that were my kids' age could have their piece of Murakami history in their time frame as an adult. I was in my, I believe, 30s when the original dropped, and I, had a profession and could afford those things. But, my kids were, graduating high school and whatnot. So, it wasn't in their budget. But I did buy my daughter a piece for her graduation. I'll put the picture up here to embarrass her. And, so she doesn't look very happy, does she? But, she really loved that piece. And I got her the little tiny portemonnaie wallet to match. And so, yeah. Oh, I see Sabrina sneaking around down here. Little naughty girl. So anyhow, just a quick little short video about these things. And my next video, I wanted to show you guys how I frame some of my packaging now that I've got pretty much everything I wanted framed, and I can go over that with you because it's fun. You can see some behind me down below and here, and I framed a few scarves, and yeah, and I do have separate videos on those as well if you want to check my playlist. And I wanted to start doing something new at the end of my videos. I wanted to do a shout out to 3 content creators who I feel need some love. So I will put one here, here, and here. And until next time, you guys, you know what? I love you guys. Bye.